Two fishermen loved Bessie Blake, a Cheshire girl was she. Her family's home was Hoylake Town, not far from Hillbree. Two fishermen loved Bessie Blake and hated one another. Their names were William Lake and John, but John, she loved him better.
Wild storm struck the Cheshire coast.
John's boat was lost that night.
No trace was found upon the waves,
And Bessie wept with fright.
Don't leave a body on the shore, don't turn your heart to stone.
Bury the dead with proper grace, or you'll be cursed and left alone. At dawn, Will Lake walked out alone across the empty sands. And there the rising tide revealed a sight that chilled his hands. His rival's body washed ashore, still tangled in the weed. In one hand a lock of Bessie's hair he clutched in desperate need.
We'll stare, then kick the corpse aside.
Left it where it lay.
He watched the tide return again
And pull John's soul away. Don't leave a body on the shore, don't turn your heart to stone. Bury the dead with proper grace, or you'll be cursed and left alone. A shrimper sitting by a wreck saw everything Will did, and soon the whole town knew the truth he hoped would stay well hid. No peace could William find again in daylight or at night. John's staring face was everywhere, the last and dreadful sight. Bessie scorned him when she learned how he'd betrayed the dead. The whole town turned from him, he walked alone in dread.
Don't leave a body on the shore, don't turn your heart to stone. Bury the dead with proper grace, or you'll be cursed and left alone.
Don't leave a body on the shore, don't turn your heart to stone. Bury the dead with proper grace, or you'll be cursed and left alone. By night, by day, at dawn, at dusk, those haunted features stayed, until at last Will Lake went mad, his mind forever frayed. Don't leave a body on the shore, don't turn your heart to stone. Bury the dead with proper grace, or you'll be cursed and left alone. There was a wealthy farmer in Cheshire, and one day his daughter rode down to sell her goods at the market, same road she'd always gone. the same road she'd always gone. But trouble was waiting that morning. A highwayman stepped from the shade, pressed a pistol hard to her heartbeat, and demanded her money and trade, and demanded her money and trade. But she said, catch me if you can, I won't die by your hand. You can take what you will, but I'll ride where I stand. Come and catch me if you can. He stripped her down to nothing, left her shaking there in the cold, put the bridle right in her fingers, as if she would do what she's told, as if she would do what she's told. She mounted his horse like a man and rode fast away from the scene, left the hedges and ditches before her, the sharpest escape ever seen, the sharpest escape ever seen. And she cried, catch me if you can, I won't die by your hand. You can take what you will, but I'll ride where I stand. Come and catch me if you can. Now the road was long behind her when she reached her father's door. He asked, my girl, what kept you? You've never been this late before. She smiled through the dirt of danger, said, I came to no real harm, for the rogue tried to rob me of everything, but I rode away safe and strong, but I rode away safe and strong. Oh, I said, catch me if you can, I won't die by your hand. You can take what you will, but I'll ride where I stand. Come and catch me if you can. Oh, I said, catch me if you can, I won't die by your hand. You can take what you will, but I'll ride where I stand. Come and catch me if you can. There's a well down Gayton Lane, a place the old folks know. They say the spring is magic in its quiet, gentle flow. Any girl with a secret hope will slip away alone. She whispers what her heart desires and casts a little stone. And the bubbles rise, the ripples fall across the silver shell. Dreams get carried on the water at the Gayton wishing well. Oh, the hopes we toss like pebbles where the mossy shadows dwell. Every heart has dropped a promise in the old wishing well. Underneath the mossy roof, the stones lie in a heap, each one left by someone with a wish they meant to keep. From none who throw a pebble in and breathe a fragile prayer, believe they'll leave without a sign that fate has heard them there. Young Melly waits for Lubin's return from the county fair tonight. She tosses in a little stone and hopes he'll treat her right. And when he brings the ribbon home she wished for all along, she swears the well has answered her and made her young heart strong. And the bubbles rise, the ripples fall across the silver shell. Dreams get carried on the water at the Gayton wishing well. Well, the hopes we toss like pebbles where the mossy shadows dwell. Every heart is taught to promise in the old wishing well. We think we walk through life alone, burdened by what goes wrong. But if we count in every blessing, we find they've been here all along. For sometimes life gives back to us more joy than we could tell. More than the wish we whisper at the Gayton wishing well. Once I stood beside that spring, still thinking on this truth. I saw a fern beneath the stones, the treasure fresh with youth. I pulled it free and laughed to find a gift beyond my prayer. Sometimes the world gives more than asked, more wonders than we dare. And the bubbles rise, the ripples fall across the silver shell. Dreams get carried on the water at the Gayton wishing well. All the hopes we toss like pebbles where the mossy shadows dwell. Life brings more than we imagine at the old wishing well.
In Chester town there lived a girl, the mayor's only pride, the loveliest face you'd ever see. With her father by her side, he never wished he'd had a son, for Rose was all he'd need. But 18 years can come so fast, and girls grow wild and free. Oh, the morning smiled with silver light, and the Dee shone like the sea. Near Peppergate a horn rang out, it echoed bright and free. Near Peppergate, it echoed bright and free. She laughed like bells on summer wind, and danced where young men stared. Her skin was pale as orchard blooms, her voice as clear as air. And everyone who saw her said she'd slip her father's hold, for Rose was meant for braver things and stories women told. And there was one who caught her eye, a Welsh knight bold and tall. The old folks whispered he was poor, but Rose, she loved him all. He rode across the River Dee to meet her at the gate, a man who planned and dared his dreams, not one to hesitate. The morning smiled with silver light, and the Dee shone like the sea. Near Peppergate a horn rang out, it echoed bright and free. Near Peppergate, it echoed bright and free. But who would dare to tell her father, as Roses slipped away over the hills with her Welsh snake on? The storm that end of day cursed her name, he cursed her love, vowed she'd never cross his door. Said he'd leave his gold to strangers and be a father no more. They say she fled through Peppergate, its iron bars undone, and only then they locked it fast when she was far and gone. Too late the townsfolk laughed to see This always is the way to shut the door after the horse is gone, or the rose has run away. Oh, the morning smiled with silver light, and the Dee shone like the sea. Near Peppergate a horn rang out, it echoed bright and free. Near Peppergate, she rode to destiny. Oh, the morning smiled with silver light, and the Dee shone like the sea. Near Peppergate a horn rang out, it echoed bright and free. Near Peppergate, she rode to destiny. Oh, come ye out and gather near. The tinker's bell is ringing clear. With whetstone keen and hammer bright, he'll mend your pots and sharpen your knife. So ring, ring, the anvil sings, the tinker's fire the sharp edge brings, and pegs for your washing strong and true the gypsy lass will sell to you. Through village lanes and country wide, he walks alone, no place to bide. A copper coin, a crust of bread, and still the road must be his bed. So ring, ring, the anvil sings, the tinker's fire the sharp edge brings, and pegs for your washing strong and true the gypsy lass will sell to you. The gypsy girl with eyes so bold, her tales are wise, her hands are gold. She strings her wares upon the line, with pegs to keep your washing fine. So ring, ring, the anvil sings, the tinker's fire the sharp edge brings, and pegs for your washing strong and true the gypsy lass will sell to you. We shall dance and we shall roam the open road, our only home. She hums a tune, he hums it too, and off they go to lands anew. So ring, ring, the anvil sings, the tinker's fire the sharp edge brings, and pegs for your washing strong and true the gypsy lass will dance with you.
On this bright and gentle evening we gather happily, for the summer rises green and blooming day by day, to tell you of the blossoms waking on each budding tree, as we're drawing near the merry month of May. Rise up, good host of this fine home, all in your chain of gold, for the summer rises green and blooming day by day. We hope you take no slight from us for stepping in so bold, as we're drawing near the merry month of May. Oh, rise, good keeper of this house, with warmth upon your chest, for the summer rises green and blooming day by day. And if you're by See Laura in her glory by the river's quiet side, for the summer rises green and blooming day by day. And hear the little songbirds as their voices fill the sky, as we're drawing near the merry month of May. Oh, this is joyful singing, and the flowers all are springing, for the summer rises green and blooming day by day. And happy are the hearts of those who pause to give their thanks, as we're drawing near the merry month of May. May peace rest on your household and your bounty ever grow, for the summer rises green and blooming day by day. And may blessings fall in measure far more than you now know, as we're drawing near the merry month of May. In this calm of peace and plenty now we bid you all good cheer, for the summer rises green and blooming day by day. We'll come no more a-singing till the turning of the year, as we're drawing near the merry month of May. Lived a woman in Knutsford town, where Canute, they say, once stood, letting tides lap at his royal boots, though some doubt whether he would. This old woman earned her living fair, selling nuts on market days. Kids would gamble for the best of them and shower her with coins she'd made. It ain't easy when the pillow that rests beneath your head is a mighty sack of hard cold nuts that rattles in your bed. When she died, her will declared she wished her head to lie on a sack of nuts, the finest ones the local boys could buy. The neighbors laughed, but still they gave exactly what she asked. So she was buried, pillow and all, a nut-filled bag beneath her back. It ain't easy when the pillow that rests beneath your head is a mighty sack of hard cold nuts that rattles in your bed. She hadn't been long in the quiet earth before she began to groan, for she'd never guessed that nuts below could torment her even in bone. Her grave was lumpy on every side. She could never rest or sleep. Those nuts were worse than the pilgrim's peace he carried in his shoes so deep. It ain't easy when the pillow that rests beneath your head is a mighty sack of hard cold nuts that rattles in your bed. Till one clear night she'd had enough. She sprang up through the ground,
Out of the grave she dragged her nuts and spread them all around. She perched herself on a tombstone cold and cracked each nut she had. With her teeth or heels she split them all, till none remained uncracked. It ain't easy when the pillow that rests beneath your head is a mighty sack of hard cold nuts that rattles in your bed. Then neatly she folded her empty sack, but first she shook it clean. She wanted no more nuts inside to trouble her in her dreams. She cracked them all save one lone nut that leapt out in the night, rolled away into a hollow pit beside her burial site. It ain't easy when the pillow that rests beneath your head is a mighty sack of hard cold nuts that rattles in your bed. And so ends the tale of the nut-selling crone, a story folks swear is right, for beside her grave a nut tree rose and stands there still, grown so high. There once lived a miller by the River Dee. A cheerful soul was he. He'd work all day and sing out loud, as happy as a man could be. I don't mind if no one cares, as long as I live free. I care for nobody, no, not I, if nobody cares for me. He said my joy comes simple, friends, from honest work each day. The bread I eat is earned by hand, I owe no man my pay. Not afraid when rent is due, I'm in no debtor's line. I keep my life both clean and light, no purse but mine is mine. I don't mind if no one cares, as long as I live free. I care for nobody, no, not I, if nobody cares for me. A coin or two stays in my pocket to help a friend in need. I give a little to the poor and still have enough for me. I'm glad to see another thrive, even if I fall behind. For envy weighs a good man down, and I keep a peaceful mind. I don't mind if no one cares, as long as I live free. I care for nobody, no, not I, if
nobody cares for me. So take a lesson from the miller, let malice drift away. Be kind and fair to everyone, the same you'd hope each day. Lift your glass and sing along in simple harmony. I care for nobody, no, not I. If nobody cares for me. Come away where the tall trees grow, down by the mere where the soft winds blow, through golden beams where the sunlight plays. We'll dance and dream through childhood days. Ring, ring the bluebells bright, call the fairies in the night. Laughter sings, the frogs keep tune 'neath the stars and silver moon. Shimmering hues of violet blue, petals kissed by morning's dew. A whisper drifts through the scented air, magic lingers everywhere. Ring, ring the bluebells bright, call the fairies in the night. Laughter sings, the frogs keep tune 'neath the stars and silver moon. We wove their blooms in garlands fair, truth in our hearts, no lie to bear. And if you turn a bloom with care, love will find you waiting there. Ring, ring the bluebells bright, call the fairies in the night. Laughter sings, the frogs keep tune 'neath the stars and silver moon. Sound of laughter as the children play, footsteps lost in yesterday. Frogs are singing, voices call, bluebells ringing for all. Ring, ring the bluebells bright, call the fairies in the night. Laughter sings, the frogs keep tune 'neath the stars and silver moon. Once the bells rang bright and clear across the Rostherne mere, till the church tower shook one day and filled the town with fear. The largest bell broke loose and fell, rolled fast down rock and clay, through birch and linden down the slope,
toward the water's sway. No more rings the bell, for down the cliff it fell. It rolled into the quiet mere, its chime no one can hear. At the lake's edge the workers tried to haul it back again, to one cursed loud and temper's fire, and doom came for that man. The bell rushed down, it crushed him first, then vanished in the deep. A gurgling echo reached the air, then sank itself to sleep. No more rings the bell, for down the cliff it fell. It rolled into the quiet mere, its chime no one can hear. Some nights the water hums low, as if a voice is calling, a mournful tone beneath the waves, from Rostherne towers falling. No more rings the bell, for down the cliff it fell. It rolled into the quiet mere, its chime no one can hear. No more rings the bell, for down the cliff it fell. It rolled into the quiet mere, its chime no one can hear.
In a golden field a long time ago, there were three sisters standing in a row. One so small in a dress of green, the next ran free when the sun was seen. The youngest would crawl where the soft grass lay, her laughter light as a summer day. The second in yellow across the field would race, with sun shining bright and breeze in her face. Oh, they stood, they swayed, they loved so true, bound by earth and morning dew. Through wind and storm, through sun so bright, three sisters danced in golden light. The eldest stood so tall and fair, with a pale green shawl wrapped around her hair. They loved each other, there is no doubt. They looked so happy when the sun was out. A young boy came into the field one day, speaking to birds while the sisters played. The youngest sister watched him near, and by dusk she had disappeared. Oh, they stood, they swayed, they loved so true, bound by earth and morning dew. Through wind and storm, through sun so bright, three sisters danced in golden light. The boy gathered reeds by a waterside. The second sister watched with eyes open wide. The eldest shouted but called in vain. Now she stood there alone again. But in the spring, when young shoots rise, the boy returned with knowing eyes. He brought them back so hand in hand, the three stood strong upon the land. Oh, they stood, they swayed, they loved so true, bound by earth and morning dew. Through wind and storm, through sun so bright, three sisters danced in golden light. Oh, they stood, they swayed, they loved so true, bound by earth and morning dew. Through wind and storm, through sun so bright, three sisters danced in golden light. Garlands bright and colors fine, spring flowers in a line, hand in hand we circle round the old Bayard pit this time. Oh, bless the brine, God bless the brine. We tie up ribbons red and gold around the pit so old, dressed in our holiday best we come to dance to the beat of the drum. The tambourines ring out again, the clarion calls our names. We feast, we laugh, we sing all day. Ascension ties our holiday, garlands bright and colors fine. Oh, bless the brine, God bless the brine. Long before Rome's legions marched, before their banners shone, our fathers dug this very ground. For salt the earth had grown, for every meal the salt we taste, for all the good God gives, of all the gifts the world can hold. No treasures more than this, garlands bright and colors fine. Oh, bless the brine, God bless the brine, bright and colorless fine. Oh, bless the brine, God bless the brine. And every year when springtime comes, Ascension's morning clear, the town gathers by the brine pit edge. Old songs we still hold dear. Islands bright and colors fine, spring flowers in a line, hand in hand we circle round the old Bayard pit this time. Oh, bless the brine, God bless the brine. God bless the brine. An old woman who lived out in Lim, where the fields grow thick with hay. She never cared much for water to drink, said brandy cared to break. But when she washed clothes or hose, she'd never walk down to the stream. She'd fill a pail by the old church door, though the neighbors begged her, please don't leave me.
Beware the hand that's reaching out when you fill your pail from the church house spout. Some things sleep where the shadows fall, and they don't take kindly to thieves at all.
They told her use the brook instead. That church spout isn't yours. But she just laughed and waved them off. I've used soft water before. So off she went one moonlit night, intent on getting more. Lifted a pail and suddenly cried. Something struck her to the floor.
Beware the hand that's reaching out when you fill your pail from the church house spout. Some things sleep where the shadows fall, and they don't take kindly to thieves at all.
For down from the spout on the old stone wall, long as a graveyard nail, a skeleton hand reached out at her and seized her wooden pail. She landed hard upon her back, half stunned by the blow she felt. Some said lightning, others brandy, but the mark on the pail was real.
Beware the hand that's reaching out when you fill your pail from the church house spout. Some things sleep where the shadows fall, and they don't take kindly to thieves at all.
She never again went near that door, never fetched a drop from the spout. But secrets whispered seldom stayed. Two friends became a crowd, and soon the tale ran through all them, across the hamlets and the downs. The cracked old pail, the bony hand, the night the dead reached out.
Beware the hand that's reaching out when you fill your pail from the church house spout. Go to the church to pray, my friend, and leave with good thoughts in the end.
Oh, Mary, go call the cattle home, and call the cattle home, call the cattle home, across the sands of Dee. The western tide crept up along the sand, and o'er the sand, and round the sand, as far as the eye could see. The rolling mist swept down and hid the land, and never home came she.
Oh, Mary, go and call the cattle home, and call the cattle home, and call the cattle home, across the sands of Dee.
is it weed or fish or floating hair? A lock of golden hair, a drowned maiden's hair, above the nets at sea. Was never salmon yet that shone so fair among the stakes at Dee. Oh Mary, go and call the cattle home, and call the cattle home, and call the cattle home, across the sands of Dee. They rode her in across the rolling foam, the cruel crawling foam, the cruel hungry foam, to her grave beside the sea. But still the boatmen hear her call her cattle home, across the sands of Dee. Oh Mary, go and call the cattle home, and call the cattle home, and call the cattle home, across the sands of Dee. Oh Mary, go and call the cattle home, and call the cattle home, and call the cattle home, across the sands of Dee. Good folks of England, gather round and lend a kindly ear. We've written down a few small lines we'd like you all to hear. A melody for evening time carried on the air. For we've come out a-souling for your apples and your beer. So step down to your cellar now and see what you can spare. If your barrels aren't all empty, we hope you'll show some care. We hope you'll show some care with your apples and your beer. For we won't come a-souling again until next year. Cold winter's coming quickly now, dark, windy, wet and chill. So testing out your kindness is a thing we mean no ill. Just a taste of apples sweet and a sip of hearty beer. And we won't come a-souling again until next year. In every home we've visited, we've had both food and drink. And now we're tired and thirsty, so we hope that you will think kindly on our travels with your apples and your beer. And we won't come a-souling again until next year. God bless the master of this house, the mistress standing near, and all the little children round the table gathered here. Your men, your maids, your animals, your goods both rich and poor. May blessings fall upon your home, and may you gain 10 more. Yes, blessings evermore, and your apples and your beer. For we won't come a-souling again until next year.
There's an old tale told in England still of a knight both brave and true. Not St. George and his famous dragon, but another the country knew. For Cheshire lived beneath the fear of a monster fierce and wild, till a gallant knight stepped forward to defend each home and child. Oh, a gallant knight stood tall, sworn to drive the beast away. He vowed he'd free the Moston lands or fall in the fray. The dragon scorched the countryside, left widows in its path. Warriors who'd never feared before couldn't face its burning wrath. Sharp fangs gave wide a triple road, its body scaled over with mail. Its bloodshot eyes like flames did glow, and behind a deadly crushing tail. Oh, a gallant knight stood tall, sworn to drive the beast away. He vowed he'd free the Moston lands or fall in the fray. But when the beast stole a widow's son, the knight made a solemn vow. To save the boy, you're only one, I swear to face it now. Through reeds and briar he tracked the lair, his bow drawn firm and high. One arrow flew with deadly aim and struck the dragon's eye. The wounded beast came crashing out, its fury shaking ground. The knight stood firm, blade in his hand, as the monster thrashed around. Once then twice he struck with strength, till the creature fell at last. And bloodied on the Moston moor, it breathed its final gasp. Oh, a gallant knight stood tall, sworn to drive the beast away. He saved the whole of Moston land and lived to tell that day. Now the dragon on his shield still remembers the phrase.
Stark against the rolling sky, a folly tower standing high. Stone and shadow, wind and rain, watching time just slip away. Through the mist and through the years, silent walls that held our fears. Stories lost to days gone by, but still they whisper in the sky. Mow Cop Castle standing tall, through the storms you've seen it all. Rising high where wild winds call, echoes dance along your walls. To the north, the Cheshire plains, flat and stretching far away. Golden fields and silver streams, lost in distant hazy dreams. Roman soldiers once passed you by, Cheshire cats with knowing eyes. Time moves on but still you stand, a fortress lost to shifting sands. Mow Cop Castle standing tall through the storms. You've seen it all, rising high where wild winds call. Echoes dance along your walls. Gray clouds gather, then they part. Timid sun ignites the heart. For just a moment light breaks free, casts its glow on history. I need a red shift in my line. This times are cold and so am I. Words written on the station wall, not really now, not anymore. Mow Cop Castle standing tall through the storms. You've seen it all, rising high where wild winds call. Echoes dance along your walls. So we walk these trails again, through the sun, through mist and rain. Mow Cop Castle standing high, a stark reminder of days gone by.